What's up, J Fusion fans, and welcome back to another superhero time review. Now, as always, before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that these videos are not intended for viewers under 13 and some spoilers just in case. So, if you're okay with that, so let's begin with the reviews, starting with Kamen Rider Sabre episode 8. So, picking up from last week, Toma, with the help of Kanto, searches for the place called Avalon, where eventually he finds the King of Arthur Wonder Ride book, and with it, he is able to regain the ability to transform, which he had lost about 2 episodes prior. No thanks to Storius's curse or what he did because it disabled the Seiken sword driver, and Toma is unable to pull the sword out of the driver, rendering him unable to transform. So they needed this new Wonder Ride book for Toma to regain that ability to transform. So they do find that Wonder Ride book, and Toma uses it to defeat the enemy. However, a hooded figure asks Toma if he can actually unlock the true power of this new Wonder Ride book. So he begins to look into himself for some answers, and of course he manages to save the day in a way, but he is left puzzled, or he begins doubting himself if he can actually you know fulfill his duty, or you know at least be able to use that new Wonder Ride book to its full extent. And this leads it into some problems today. So the enemy from last week, which is a Medusa-like enemy, causes more trouble, and of course continues to turn people to stone. So what happens is Toma, or rather Ryo Ogami slash Kamen Rider Buster, protects Toma and ends up turning into stone. Toma blames himself for his inability to save Ryo, and leading into some self-doubt nonetheless, but nobody actually blames him for what happened. However, within his doubt, uh, Toma actually discovers the key to unlocking the true power of the King Excalibur, which basically is teamwork. Now, it does make sense because given the nature of the original story, which is, of course, the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur was, of course, known to have his knights, working together. And just like King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, Toma was able to bring the team or the rest of the team together, in a more strategic manner. Now, sure, the riders or the sort of Logos members, they do fight, well, together, but this time they are more coordinated and more cooperative in their battle. So we do have a more strategic approach right now, compared to previous battles where like, okay, I'll take care of this enemy, you take care of that enemy, that kind of thing. So they were still fighting as individuals, but now, like, okay, we beat this guy together. We combine our specialties, like your moves are, how do you say, like, they are kind of in tune with his moves, so like you two can make a great combination, that kind of strategy. So with that said, quite simple, but it does unlock the power of King Excalibur, turning it into a giant robot. And of course, with that, the enemy also grows into a giant. So we're going full blown Super Sentai here. Yes, with that teamwork and giant robots, giant monsters. So yeah, indeed, Kamen Rider Sabre is becoming more like a Super Sentai here. But yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable thing. So now we're going a bit more into spoilers. So if you're not yet prepared, go watch that. Go watch it first. It should be out there somewhere in a couple of days. But uh, if you're done, come back to this video probably, or otherwise you can just continue on. So again, spoilers ahead because there are some special cameos. There are two characters that make a cameo appearance today. Those are Oren Pierre Alfonso and Hideyasu Junochi. Kamen Riders Bravo and Gridon make their cameo appearance today. So why is that, you might think, or you might ask? Because about a couple weeks ago, Toei announced that there would be spin-offs to Kamen Rider Bravo and Gridon. So in order to promote those spin-off shows, Oren and Hideyasu were not chosen really, but they were given cameos in order to do that. So what is also amazing about this is that the first episode of the Kamen Rider Bravo and Gridon spin-offs is already out on Toei Tokusatsu Fan Club. Unfortunately, I am not yet subscribed to that, so I am unable to watch it. So we probably have to wait for someone to, share that. But nonetheless, yes, Kamen Rider, Bravo, and Gridon are back. So in this episode, we also see like a trailer, so showing the spin-offs of what's going to happen. And Kamen Rider, Bravo, and Gridon both get power ups in their spin-offs. Yes, so we see new suits, new forms, and we actually also see the return of Takatora Kureshima, aka Kamen Rider Zangetsu, and he will transform for the first time on camera as Kamen Rider Zangetsu Kachidoki Arms. Now, of course, Zangetsu Kachidoki Arms already made its debut, but as a stage exclusive, we did see Kamen Rider Zangetsu again in Kamen Rider GO over Quartzer. However, it wasn't actually Takatora transforming, but a suit that literally jumps out of the poster for that stage play. Yes. This time, Takatora actually transforms with full special effects in order to transform into Kamen Rider Zangetsu Kachidoki Arm. So, if you are a fan of Takatora like me, definitely must see. But I'm going to wait for that to come out sometime in the future. I'm not going. Of course, I could try and watch it on Toei Tokusatsu Fan Club, but I guess I do have more important things to prioritize. But anyway, so uh, going back a little bit, I did mention that Toma met a mysterious hooded figure while looking for the King Excalibur power up, the King of Arthur Wonder Ride book. So this hooded figure again, like I mentioned, so this guy asked Toma if he can actually unlock the true power of the King Excalibur. Today, we see that character's face. However, he is still not introduced. Now, this is just a theory of mine, but this hooded figure may be the mysterious Kamen Rider that will be introduced in the upcoming Kamen Rider Sabre movie that will come back to back with Kamen Rider Zero One's movie. We do see a blue silhouetted figure of a Kamen Rider, and while it is not explicitly shown, he may be related to the King of Arthur Wonder Ride book. So this character may be that Kamen Rider. So we don't know who he is yet, or if he is actually this mysterious Kamen Rider that will come out in the Saber movie. Take my word with a grain of salt for now, but I'm just saying that this is a possibility and I'm just putting it out there. Of course, we are going to have to wait for that confirmation or if the movie is going to do something different. But nonetheless, the story or the theory rather is out there. So I'm just saying. Now, we also see today, by the way, Kamen Rider Slash's Wonder Ride book. So, of course, after the battle, we see Sophia talking to Tetsuo, and Tetsuo is seen for a split second. Like Tetsuo's hand was shown for a little bit, holding Hansel nuts to Gretel. So yes, we are getting Kamen Rider Slash next week. So it seems that his transformation device slash weapon slash is ready and will be in action by next episode. So definitely an exciting development here. So for Kamen Rider Saber episode 8, I'm actually giving it 4.5 out of 5 because, well, yes, I did mention that it is becoming more like a Super Sentai show, but it still has its distinct Kamen Rider feel to it, and the cameos for Hideyasu and Oren are of course it's very nice seeing them again. Uh, of course, I understand they're just doing it to promote the Gridon and the Bravo spin-offs, but of course, Toei being Toei, yeah, they can do that. But again, it's nice that they did anyway. So, with this, also with this hooded guy, this probable, probably an ancient, probably an ancient swordsman who worked for the Sword of Logos. Probably this person was the founding member of the Sword of Logos. I'm just theorizing, but again, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's true. I'm waiting for confirmation, but it's possible. So it's possible that we are now meeting the original or the very first member, the founder of the Sword of Logos. So I'm actually excited to learn more about this side of Kamen Rider Saber's story. So yeah, very interesting developments today. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Now let's move on to Kilometer episode 29. And continuing from last week, uh, so what happened was the new Jamenju that Yodonna created or summoned uh, was very powerful. It was very strong that it was able to damage the uh, other machines like so Fire, Shovedo, Mach, Jetta, and Heniko. So they are unable to fight because of that battle. So, in order to fix them or bring them back to normal, uh, they needed the help of Machine Hakubu. Sorry, I'm blanking out, guys, but yeah, that's what happened. So, in order to uh, get Hakubu, Juru and Shiguru uh, made their effort to, make in order to convince Hakubu to bring them to a different dimension where it is possible to bring back their energy, in order to repair the uh, damaged machines. However, there is a catch. Yes, they got the cooperation of Hakubu, but Hakubu tells them that uh, the miracle stone that they're looking in this other dimension had lost its power. So uh, the Kilometers do make their gamble and travel to that dimension while Takamichi remains on Earth in order to fend off enemies. Uh, so what happens is the 5 kilometers are taken into this strange dimension, which was actually created by Oradin himself. And we see here how powerful Oradin's imagination can be. So, like, his creativity is so immense that he was able to create a world where crystallians and humans coexist. Now, we do remember that the Oradin has come to Earth and has mingled with humans, so he probably liked humans so much that he began to envision a world where crystallians and humans live together in harmony, and this is where our heroes headed to. So, uh, they reach a place where there are many doors, and uh, each of them tried to enter these doors in order to look for King Oradin himself. So, despite the Oradin being shown to be defeated in the first episode, so we do know that he is still alive. And Kametomo, Sena, Sayo, and Shiguru chose each of their doors. So, like, they separated and tried to enter a door where they met the dark versions of themselves. So what is interesting here is Sayo's part, because uh, the dark Sayo we see here is humming or actually singing. So this is actually Sayo's theme song, which is of course used as the ending theme. But yeah, this is the dark Sayo we're talking about. So it is a strange twist to that, and it is also strange because this isn't actually a Sayo focused episode. We're just doing this probably, Toei's just probably doing this uh, to put all the Kilometers in order, their character theme songs. So I guess that's what happened. But yeah, nonetheless, today is actually not a Sayo focused episode, despite the theme song, the ending theme song today being Sayo's character theme. So I will talk more about that in a bit. So uh, Juru actually received a special key from Oradin himself in the previous episode, and this key is of course very important to uh, looking for the answer that they need in order to bring the machines to normal. Now, of course, Juru uses his creativity, his kiramental, and his kiramaking in order to actually use the key and possibly find King Oradin, which leads us to the next development. And the Miracle Stone regains its powers, the machines are back to normal, and we do have a new robot, which is Grateful Phoenix. Now, Grateful Phoenix can be operated by a single Kilometer. In this case, today it's Juru, but they need to transform into the Kiraful Kilometer form first. So I guess this is necessary to power the uh, Grateful Phoenix. So Grateful Phoenix kind of reminds me of Abaremax's machine. Uh, Styrako. Oh, I'm not sure what you call it. I forgot the name of that robot. Sorry. But yeah, Abaremax and his personal upgraded machine. So they both use axes actually, and then combine into a halberd. That's why they're very similar in that aspect. So uh Kirame, or rather, Grateful Phoenix is nice, but so far, to be completely honest, my favorite Kiramager mecha as of now, it's still uh, King Express Zabiun. I love that machine so much. So yeah, so basically, the Kilometers succeed in their mission. They fixed, or they were able to, you know, repair the damaged machines. They have a new robot and such. So, yeah, all's well that ends well. And for Sayo's theme song, it is as expected that, let's say for Senna, Senna has, the peppy, more energetic theme song, and uh, Sayo's more uh, like in a way like it's a bit sexy, just a little bit. So we do have that side of Sayo here, but yeah, it's generally good. But yeah, Shigeru's theme song is still my favorite out of all. So yeah. So probably next week would be the last episode where we would see the Kira Major Song Festival, and next week the ending theme song is going to be uh, Murio's theme song. Huh? Because Pikotaro, right? So yeah, today's Kina Major, well, probably apart from the new mecha that we see today, there's actually nothing special about it. The new mecha, Sayo's theme song, they were okay, but again, nothing really that important to note. Uh, so yeah, I'm giving Kid Major 4 out of 5. Again, it's still a good episode, but like not necessarily like wow, this is amazing. But yeah, still very enjoyable, I would say. So yeah, I think that would be all for this week's superhero time review. Sorry, I've been blanking out in you know trying to keep my thoughts together, because there's just so much going on really in these shows that I don't even know how to put them all together. But yeah, I'm just doing what I do. So, anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I will try to improve. So, anyways, again, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JE Fusion. This has been Phil, and I'll see you next week with Superhero Time Review, where oh, I'm so excited for Kamen Rider Sabre next week, to be completely honest. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.